So I just got done watching the movie Downfall and keep burping. Anyways, so I just finished watching the movie Downfall, and this movie is about Adolf Hitler, and it's about how his last days in the bunker in 1945. You can really see and feel the whole emotions of how everything is coming about. It's actually a masterpiece. I know a lot of people make memes about that little scene with Hitler in that little room when he was talking to his generals, but the film kind of makes Hitler seem human at times, because it shows that he cared about people that were on his side, like his party members, the people in the bunker, his family, his dog. He cared about his dog deeply. He cared about his wife. She wasn't his wife at the time. They got married towards the end of the movie. But he cared about Eva Braun, and Eva Braun was a worshiper. She wasn't in the right state of mind. She was worshiping Hitler, and she wanted to live in this new world that they were living, that he was going to create for her. And Goebbels, is his name Joseph Goebbels? Yes, exactly. Joseph Goebbels, the minister of propaganda. I think that guy was very well portrayed on TV because he comes across as a monster, but also he comes across as a human. The film does a good job of doing it justice and really showing that a monster like Hitler also had a human side to him. He had people he cared. He had people that he cared about, just like everybody else. But then the movie constantly reminds you about how much of a monster he is, because he calls out the Jews. He's always talking shit about them. He's always saying that people are subhuman and talking about anti-Semitic. He's being very anti-Semitic, and you really see that he's a monster. And then there's a lot of other characters that you get introduced to. Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS, and that guy's true evil as well. And the characters and the actors that are portraying these people from the past, they did a tremendous job. I think Himmler was portrayed very well. Hitler was portrayed very well. Martin Bormann, we didn't really see too many characters. We really just saw a choreography, like a historical depiction of how it seemed like it was in the bunker in 1945. The Allies are closing in. They're closing the ring. 1945, the Russians are coming in from the east, and the Americans are on the River Elbe, and they're coming in and closing in from the west, and Germany is just being squeezed into one little cauldron of people. Bombs flying down everywhere. It's just mayhem, and you could actually see the roof of the fucking bunker is protruding inwards because of the bombs that are coming from the Americans. The Americans are bombing Berlin. The Russians didn't really have a medium bomber or a bomber with a lot of range. So the Americans were really primarily, and the Allies were really the ones that were bombing Berlin at the time. And you just see how brainwashed these people are, and the movie really breaks your heart because when Goebbels' children were being killed, and her little daughter, she didn't want to swallow the poison. She knew what it was. She knew that it was poison, but she didn't want to swallow it. But her mom, her piece of shit mom, did it anyways. She forced her to take the pills and the poison. And her name is Margaret Goebbels, right? She killed herself, and she's another fanatic, another brainwashed individual. I feel like, I don't think brainwashed is actually the correct term to use. I don't know why I used that, but I just feel like it's a cop out when you say someone is brainwashed and stuff like that. Like, it kind of tells me that you're trying to absolve that person of all the things they did. You're just saying, oh, that person was brainwashed. He is not culpable for anything he did. He was brainwashed. So I feel like his secretary, Frau del Younger, whatever her name is, I feel like she should have been on a war crimes tribunal. You know, I feel like she should have been punished because she was a secretary to this monster. I mean, she's in on it too. I feel like she was in on it as well, and she probably hated the Jews and she wanted them dead and she killed people. I mean, these are all things that she probably did. And I mean, a lot of the Nazi officials, they ran away and they were able to escape to Argentina, and the movie really tells you the story of how the German the Third Reich was, and it really analyzes. And there's another element to the movie. There's the child soldiers, and it really shows you how much Hitler was willing to sacrifice in order for him to win the war. He was willing to go all in or nothing. Fuck, I gotta talk on my phone, guys. Sorry about that. But Hitler was really going in all or nothing. Like, this was an all or nothing approach here. You know? And the child soldiers, I mean, they tend to be even more fanatical than the adults, because children don't tend to always think things through when they do it. So, and even if you look at the SS, the Hitlerjugend in Normandy, they were responsible for horrible atrocities. They killed 80 different French men in France. They killed many civilians. So they were responsible for huge war crimes. This guy, Hitler, he was the reason that this happened. So, watching this movie, I think the movie is a masterpiece, to be honest. Bruno Ganz did an excellent job of portraying Hitler. He did a fucking amazing job. Amazing job. He did an amazing job of portraying Hitler in this movie. And it kind of broke my heart to see that those children of the Goebbels family getting killed, and it kind of broke my heart as well when those child soldiers are trying to kill the Soviets. I mean, they got fucked up real bad. They got shot up, killed, just like that. You know, yeah, he's using child soldiers. That's a big war crime, huge. I mean, that's killing Jews. This so-called undesirables. You know, do I think the movie was historically accurate? Yeah, it seemed pretty accurate. You know, it's not like it's. I don't think they lied. I don't think they depicted him in a different light. I don't think that's something that we should protect. We shouldn't protect his image, dude. His image is shit. He's killed millions of people, dude. He's responsible for killing and wiping out entire generations of people, dude.